What is up, everybody? It's Andy here, and welcome to my Game Week 2 review. So this is just going to be looking through my team. Same kind of thing as last week. No script, no editing, just me, the mic, and the camera. Going to run through my team, kind of what points I got. It's fair to say it wasn't such a good week as Game Week 1, but it was okay. Not too bad in the end. So yeah, I'm just going to run through the team, kind of get my initial thoughts for going forward. There won't be any transfers yet, but in the preview later on in the week, I'll talk about what I'm probably going to do with my transfers. But in this one, we're going to take a look through kind of what players I'm looking to get rid of and who I have my eye on. So let's just jump straight into it. So this is my current team. This is my team for Game Week 2. I scored 44 points, as you can see on the screen. The reason I don't have a rank up yet is because I'm recording this on Monday night, so straight after the stream, so the rank hasn't actually updated. I was 514,000 before the Man City game, and I was 324,000 last week, so I did drop quite a bit, but at this early stage in the season, there's not very many points between different ranks, so I'm not paying a huge amount of attention to that. I had De Bruyne tonight, he got 2 points. Was potentially in the bonus at one stage, but by the end of the match he was completely out of that. So yeah, I ended up on 44 points. I'll no doubt have another drop in rank, but not too concerned. I'm averaging more than 60 points over the first 2 game weeks on average, so happy days really. So Foster in goal, 6 points. Got on him because of the fixtures. He's going to stay because of the fixtures. Just going to keep playing him. 6 points is nice. I'm not really expecting too much more from him. If I get lucky and get a penalty save or something like that, then great. But generally, I'm happy with the 6 points, and you know, clean sheets are exactly what he's in the team for. Defense, as you can see, not looking good. It was 1 across the board. Southampton double up, you know, it's always going to be risky. As soon as they concede, you lose both your clean sheets. But I'm still of the opinion that a Southampton double up in defence is a pretty good idea, and I think they're going to do well over the course of the next few game weeks. So I'm especially happy with Bertrand. They have signed another defender, I believe, so that could take Stevens out of the game. Obviously, we don't know if Van Dijk's going yet. If he stays, then it's very likely that either Stevens or Yoshida will miss out. They're not going to let Van Dijk just stay on the bench when he's fit. So Stevens is a bit of a worry for me now. Daniels too. Bournemouth are conceding a lot of chances in the first couple of games. So he's only got 1 point again. They've got 2 tough fixtures coming up next. I think it's Man City and Arsenal. So he's one of my kind of list of I might get rid of. He's got some okay fixtures when we come back after that. But right now for 5 million, I was expecting a bit more from him in the first 2 games. If no attacking returns, at least some defensive returns in the first 2 fixtures. So he's kind of on my hit list to get rid of, but I may keep him a little bit longer just yet. We'll have to wait and see. And then going into midfield, we have Mkhitaryan, main man, absolutely going nowhere from my team. Another 10 points. He got 11 in game week 1, so 21 points in the first 2 game weeks. He's looking like the absolute assist king. Now, I will say, I watched that Man United game. I think 4-0 probably flattered us a bit. We were the better team throughout, but we didn't really create too much. We had a really tough time breaking down Swansea. It was only once Fellaini and Martial came on that we kind of broke them down in 5 minutes and scored 3 goals in quick succession. So I don't think we're going to keep putting 4 goals past teams every week, but he does look like he can probably keep up these assists. So, you know, he's not going to get 2 every game, but I think for 8.1 million that he is now, he's probably going to rise to 8.2 million before the end of the game week. He looks an absolute bargain. So staying on my team, no doubts about that. Salah, on the other hand, so he missed out because of Europe. Obviously, I think he played the full midweek against Hoffenheim and then only came on like the 60th minute against Crystal Palace. He didn't have enough time to affect the game. The only good thing for that is he's kind of had his rest now, so I'd expect him to start even if he plays against Hoffenheim. If he plays the full 90 minutes again, then it becomes a worry, and I may have to look about getting rid. And obviously, as we come up to Champions League games, and he's looking likely to be rotated maybe a few times, then I'll have to look to get rid potentially. But right now, I want to keep him. I think Man City and Arsenal up next. I think it's Arsenal first, then Man City. But we saw that Liverpool did well in the tougher fixtures, and I think he's got the pace to cause both their defences problems. So I want to keep him. I think for 9 million, he's still good value. But if he's going to keep getting benched, then I've definitely got to look to get rid. And I kind of touch on that now because Kevin De Bruyne at 2 points, not good enough. Watch the Man City game, really frustrating player to own. He can't, even in the first half when he wasn't, because by the end of the game he was almost playing centre defensive midfielder when Bernardo Silva come on. He looked absolutely knackered, De Bruyne. But in the first half he was playing quite far up the pitch. The problem is that he was always behind the play. So even when he was forward, there was always Silva, Jesus and Aguero further forward. So he had no inclination to get into the box. And if he wasn't in the middle of the pitch, he was hugging the left touchline. And he just doesn't seem like a good place for him to to get assists from. He's on most set pieces, but again, he didn't take all of them, especially corners. Salah took some. Silva's always there for free kicks. So I think for 10 million, I think De Bruyne is going to go for me this week. And Ali or Eriksen at 9.5 million look like such better shouts. Now, I've got 2 free transfers this week. So I won't go into it too much because I'll go through that on the preview of exactly what I'm going to make. But I could do De Bruyne and Salah out for Eriksen and Ali. I could triple up on Southampton attack. Now that seems a bit crazy, I know. But it's definitely a potential that I could go for. But I don't know if I'll do that. I'll probably keep Salah. But De Bruyne is going to go for me this week. It's a bit of a risk before Bournemouth away. Man City could do the business there, potentially. But I just think... I worry about... I don't know if I worry about Pep. I mean, who am I to tell Pep Guardiola how to do his job, but he just always wants to do things out of the ordinary just for the sake of it. He's playing Sané at left wing back after spending over 100 million on fullbacks. Danilo was perfectly fit and ready to play. So yeah, I just worry about Man City. Where are the goals going to come from? Even when they smash a team 5-0, are the points going to be shared? Probably. I mean, De Bruyne does have the potential to go big, but I think it's going to take too long of having him in my team, and I'm going to lose points elsewhere. So yeah, De Bruyne is going to go for me this week. It's just a matter of who, which I'll come on to in the preview, which I'll do later in the week. And then in midfield, we move on to Atsu. So 2 points. Again, he looked quite lively. There's not much end product there, I'll be honest. Newcastle in general don't look great. The fact that he has 4 quite nice fixtures means I'm probably going to keep him. So if I'm doing De Bruyne downgrade, I've got 0.5 million, so I could upgrade to someone like Moy, but I don't know right now if he's an absolute better option than Atsu. I think for 5 million, I'm going to take the risk and keep him. So 2 points, hopefully he'll do better for me next week. In a wild card, he's definitely on the chopping block, but when I've only got a certain amount of transfers and he's only 5 million and I don't have a lot of money to upgrade, I'm going to have to keep him for now. But it's not the end of the world, but keeping an eye. And then the man on the thumbnail for the video, Gabbiadini, off the mark like Lukaku was last week. Hit the bar again, could have been even better. Wasn't on penalties, unfortunately. Tadic took that one when Austin was off the pitch. And Gabbiadini wasn't the man for that. Fair enough, we know that now. But he hit the bar again, got his goal. It's a bit worrying that he keeps coming off around the 70 to 80 minute mark. I think Austin's always going to be there, but he does look good for starts. I think I want to give him at least 2 more games. He's got 2 nice fixtures coming up. Obviously, Hernandez with his 2 goals for West Ham is now an option to consider. But for now, I'm going to keep Gabbiadini. I'm happy with his 7 points. I can't ask for too much more for a £7 million player. So hopefully he can do that again in the next couple of weeks. I'll be happy, and then maybe I'll look to get rid and cash in on him. Harry Kane. Let's talk about Harry Kane. So I did a video yesterday about whether you should get rid of Kane. Short version is no, you shouldn't. I think his stats are there. The goals are coming. Very annoying. He had loads of shots against Chelsea. I think he hit the post again, same as Gameweek 1. So you consider that unlucky, even if it was off target. He's got really nice fixtures. Burnley, Gameweek 3, could potentially captain him. Swansea, Gameweek 5, again, definite captain opportunity there. So I think for now I'm going to keep him, but really disappointed for 1 point. I mean, it's 12.5 million. It's not good enough. It's not good enough returns, but I think the returns are coming. And who do I swap him out for? I mean, Firmino, obviously he blanked. I think he'll be okay, but he might get rotated like Salah, or rested, sorry, around Champions League. Jesus has done nothing tonight. Aguero looked really off the mark, even though he scored in Game Week 1. Morata, Lacazette, maybe. I just don't think there's enough there for me to downgrade Kane yet. Yes, he's not doing the business, but I don't feel that the other strikers are either. So he's staying for me. And then my main man, Lukaku, captained him again. Only had 25 touches the whole game, which is really poor. That's where I feel like the 4-0 kind of flattered Man United a bit. But yeah, he did score again, took his chance really well from Mkhitaryan assist, which was awesome for my team. Obviously keeping Lukaku, no reason to get rid of him. So he was my captain. Wasn't my highest scorer at 6 points, but he wasn't far off, so pretty happy with that. And on the bench, Sutton got nothing, Carroll got nothing. As to be expected, Long didn't play, and Elliott got 2 points after conceding against Huddersfield. So bench really not a problem right now. I'm not having to make use of them. Most players are starting week in, week out at the moment. So yeah, that's my week. 44 points. Pretty happy with that. Kind of discussed a few of my thoughts regarding transfers. I'll probably do a preview on Wednesday of who I'm looking to bring in and what my final team is, because I've not even decided who I'm playing in defence next week. So it could be Daniels, could be Sutton, or I may make a transfer and have to play neither. So we'll see about that. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, if you're liking these short videos, again, appreciate if you can hit the thumbs up. Comment, let me know what you think of my team. How did you do this week? Did you beat 44? I'd say a lot of you did, maybe some of you didn't. Let me know how you got on. And what are your transfers for next week? And if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. You'll know when the next video is out. I'm trying to do 2 short videos a week now, so a preview and a review, or review then a preview. I've got the FPL IMO series, so in my opinion, I'm going to do ad hoc videos about anything that I just want to talk about, or that the FPL community is talking about and I want to give my opinion on. And then we've got the stream, so just done a stream tonight, Monday night, and then when I'm recording this. And we'll have another stream before Game Week 3 deadline, just to go through all your questions, because I know you always have a lot. So apologies if I can't get to all your comments. I am reading them in the comment section. There's just so many to go through. Last night's video has already got over 150 comments, so it's very hard to get back to everyone, but I will try. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time. Cheers for watching.